Fall Guys, what happened? You were supposed to be so good, Fall Guys. Epic Games bought you out. You were gonna be free. You were gonna do everything right. What did you do wrong? I mean, seriously, what did you do wrong? How can you go from having 50 million players to just 2,000? A record low in November. It took 2 months for Epic Games to kill Fall Guys. What? That's ridiculous. Like, seriously, what happened? There's not much that could have happened, right? I mean, Epic Games really didn't do much. They just made it free. Or did they? You see, there's a lot of issues with Fall Guys. From bugs and glitches, to greed, to just simply being outplayed by the competition. And I want to go in depth and look at some of these things because, seriously, it's bad. Let's start off with Epic Games and their greed.
We've got to have money.
Epic Games, they have a very interesting track record when it comes to gaming. I mean, they do a lot of good things for the gaming community, but they also do a lot of questionable things. Seriously, they're like probably in the B tier of video game companies that nobody likes, simply because of the things they do and their heavy emphasis on microtransactions. You look at one of their most popular games in Fortnite, that game is littered with microtransactions. Granted, you don't need any. And that's perfect. You don't need any microtransactions. You could just play the game normally. Perfectly fine. I think that's great. I think that's perfect. Fortnite and Stumble Guys are two very different games, but they tried to have the same formula. Epic Games basically just tried to shove the Fortnite formula into Fall Guys, and it didn't work. You want to know why? Because Fall Guys had a great system already. You had 2 ways to earn things. You had crowns and you had kudos. You play the game, you get kudos. You win, you get crowns. Kudos gets you basically all the free, like, freebie kind of things. You know, the fancy stuff, but not really fancy. Like banners, slogans, basic cosmetics. You name it, it's probably worth kudos. Crowns, though, crowns are worth things like the Scout skin or, you know, the Robocat skin. Basically, skins that were reserved for collabs were usually crowns. Or the really cool ones. There wasn't a need for any kind of battle pass. I mean, it was all just kind of extra. It was just there, you know? And it was fine because it was a paid game. Nobody's going to complain when it's free, right? And I think that's what Epic Games thought they could do to it. They tried to change the formula too much. What did they do? They added a new currency called showbucks. And that basically ruined the game entirely because now you have a new way to earn stuff. Showbucks. What happened to crowns, though? Why can't I buy the collab skins with crowns anymore? Because crowns have now been delegated to a permanent crown Champions Path type battle pass where you get golden skins and stuff. And it's okay. I mean, it's not the worst change in the world, but I mean, this is just unnecessary and extra just to be extra. Not to mention that Kudos was basically overhauled and now it's worthless. I mean, seriously, they inflated the value of Kudos and now it's just worthless. I mean, everybody got a shit ton of kudos when free-for-all came out, depending on how much you played. Now there are so many people that just have way too much kudos to spend, and it's a problem. Now, everything costs showbucks. Everything. All the good skins, not just collab skins anymore. And it's ridiculous. Like, take, for example, the Sonic skin. That's about 1,200 showbucks as a bundle. That's just about $10. Okay, that's a lot of money. If I wanted to buy everything in the Sonic bundle, that would probably be about like 35 bucks. That's horrible. I would rather it be, okay, I have to get 5 crowns for the top of Sonic and the bottom of Sonic. I don't think it's fair that people have to choose now between paying or just not getting the skin. But they do so many collabs. Look at all the collabs. Dude, they just give you bottoms. They don't even give you tops. You just get like some dumb, like pointless top or bottom. Like, look at the Miku event, for example, because Hatsune Miku was a big point in Season 2. They had an event where you could get a backpack. That's right, a backpack. That's it. Dude, that's so boring. That's so lame. Why am I going to play your shitty game modes and just get a backpack? Epic Games did a lot to help this game, but they also hurt this game. And there are a lot of poor decisions, especially when you consider the bugs and glitches of this game, which we're about to cover right now. Fall Guys has a shit ton of bugs and issues, okay? When I say that this is an issue, it is a big issue. Now, this is kind of like Halo Infinite levels of bad, where the developers have kind of just ignored everything, or they're attending to it very slowly. I mean, there are 70 maps total in this game, alright? 2 months later, there are 5 extra maps. That's pretty solid, I would say. But the issue is, In solos, you can only play up to 30 something matches. One half of the game is gone due to bugs, issues, and just no reason at all. Like, I'm not kidding. Here's a little sheet that somebody made. This whole save Fall Guys thing is ridiculous. There are so many bugs and glitches, it's ridiculous. And they're not doing anything to fix it. They're just ignoring the problem. I mean, seriously. There are just too many issues for this game. And, I mean, this game's just about a year old. It's just, I don't know, it just fell off really hard. And this is an example of why it's falling off so quickly. I mean, shit. Get it? They got it trending. You got hashtag Save Fall Guys trending at one point. This man right here can no longer be a Fall Guy, dude. Like, poor man. He's in danger. This dude's in danger because of your reckless decisions, Mediatonic and Epic Games. I'm gonna be real with you. There are bugs in every game, especially live service games. I mean, that's just the way it is. But this game has way too many to justify all the microtransactions and everything. Not to mention, half the game is unplayable on solos. Don't get me started on duos and squads, okay? Only 21 of the 70 maps are playable, and some of the maps aren't even optimized for duos and squads. So, yeah, it's bad. They really didn't change anything. Stumble Guys and Fall Guys are basically the same game now. They're both free, they both have microtransactions, and they both are just wipeout games, okay? One of the biggest things I don't like about Fall Guys is the wait times, okay? If I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes just to lose in a 2-minute match, I'm not gonna play the game. The fact that I could get more enjoyment out of 15 minutes of Stumble Guys than I could 15 minutes of Fall Guys speaks to how bad this game can get. It really is bad. I think the average Fall Guy game lasts like 20 to 30 minutes if you get all the way, and that's not even if you win. Not to mention that Stumble Guys actually embraces that it's a mobile game. I mean, you could do the spin to win mobile game stuff, and honestly, I don't really care for that, but I mean, a lot of games do it. I mean, look at Plants vs. Zombies 2. No bias there, obviously, but I think that's fair. The fact that I had to pay to get anything in Fall Guys is kind of silly. But in Stumble Guys, it's like, you know, they're just handing it to you. Like, you can get almost anything for free in that game, except for the Battle Pass. But that's how Fall Guys is too, so I mean, take your pick. Take your pick. I will say, though, that Stumble Guys definitely shouldn't be considered better than Fall Guys under normal circumstances. But now, Stumble Guys is gaining really fast traction on Fall Guys. And I think that in a couple of months, people are just going to forget about Fall Guys and just focus on Stumble Guys, which is really unfortunate. Don't worry, because there's still a hope. There's still chances, right? There's still a little bit of hope out there. I have, how do I say this? I came up with a way or two, actually 3. I came up with like 3 ways to save Fall Guys because I think Fall Guys can definitely save itself. I don't think it's done just yet. I think there's just a little bit of hope left, and I think if they do the right things, they'll get out of this alive. Step 1. You fix all the bugs and glitches, okay? Go through what the community did. They've made pages upon pages and notes upon notes of all the known issues in this game. If you start tackling them one by one, I think people would be happy. The next step, substitute the microtransactions. And what I mean by that is, make it payable with crowns again. Even if you make it a little bit more expensive, I think people would rather have a system where you could choose to put your crowns towards the battle pass, or you could put them towards the skin you want. I think that would be a better choice. I don't think making a battle pass and forcing people to just grind that instead is a good idea, especially when you make them worthless. Hell, I think a better idea would be only crown shards go towards the battle pass, and when you win crowns, yeah, you win crowns, but you also get the shards as well as an extra bonus. I think that would be better. And finally, I think the biggest issue is just the wait times in the servers. I do think this game is a due for better servers. I mean, this game's like almost 3 years old. Jesus, it's almost 3 years old. Actually, no, it's just barely 2. When you really think about it, this game should have good servers and good lobbies. I shouldn't have to wait like if I'm about to play a game of Fortnite. Like, it's ridiculous. I think if you count the amount of time you spend waiting in a game, I think it's just as long as you're in the game, if not longer, depending on what games you're playing. Thankfully, some of the smaller modes, like the Super Balls of Explosion, whatever they're called, the wait times on that are a lot quicker, but it still doesn't excuse the fact that if I want to play a regular game of Fall Guys, I have to wait like 5 minutes for it to load it. Well, Horde, that's all I got. I mean, what do you want me to say? I don't know. Fall Guys is done, dude. Like, they really can't do much else, and I'm just hoping that they come to their senses and do what they can, but, you know, I don't know how they operate anymore. So, I'll leave you with this. Fall Guys is probably gonna die again. I really do regret what I said about it, because I said it was back and it was better than ever and everything. And I mean, it kind of was for a little bit, and then yeah, it fell off. So we're back at square one, because Fall Guys is about to lose out to Among Us VR, and you already know that history is gonna repeat itself again. And then I'm gonna have to make a retrospective about Among Us and Fall Guys in a couple of months when it does happen again. So I'll see you in a couple of months, or, you know, you could watch a video or two of mine. Seriously, I mean, I have some great videos, I gotta say. Thank you so much, Horde. Thank you for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. Take care, stay warm, drink water. Yeah, take care, Horde. Brains. Because let's be real, adding 2B to this game isn't going to stop people from noticing your bugs. If anything, when they try to look at 2B fucking Fall Guys ass, they're going to realize there are a lot of bugs because the camera clips through everything, okay? Now, I'm not speaking from personal experience, by the way. I would never buy the 2B Fall Guys skin, I promise. I'm not that down bad, okay?